Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sincere here with whoissincere.com. Just want to come do a quick little video. Just kind of talking about what's going on right now as far as me putting out this information regarding Jade Helm, Army After Next, some documents that that should really be out to the public. We need to know about how Israel is supplying China all this offensive and defensive weapon capabilities for the United States. If that's not important information, I don't know what important information is. Israel, Russia, and China all working together, but yet we're over here worried about an Iran and Israel deal. Trump is going to D.C. to stand with Israel. For what, Trump? For what? So you can be a part of the New World Order, globalist elite plan? Come on, man. Your daughter is over there now talking about building the Trump Tower in Jerusalem. I'm about to put that video out too. People need to wake up. The people that are being deceived the most, black people, we know that Trump's not for us. Nobody black is going to vote for Trump. Most black people that are smart and have their heads screwed on right are not going to vote for a Republican-ass Trump. Period. We already know what the values and the goals of those people are. Trump is going to be in D.C. with Ted Cruz, who I just interviewed probably about a month ago out here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Asked him about the Million Man March and about Louis Farrakhan coming to Washington, D.C. Did I get a clear-cut answer? No. The first sentence was the clearest part of the answer. Then he went off on a rant about jobs and Obama. So this is what I'm saying. I have a lot of people, a lot of trolls and stuff like that coming at me right now and telling me, oh, you're putting out bad information, you're misleading people. Look, I'm using my face. I stand on my truths. I'm a grown man, a grown-ass man. You don't have to worry about me lying to you. If I'm going to sit here and lie, damn sure not going to do it on a video. That's stupid. I want these videos to last a lifetime. A whole lifetime. I want people to understand that somebody was in their corner that was going to say what was right and what was wrong. To the best of my ability. I'm not right about everything, but I try to do as much research as possible. As much as possible, so that when I put something out and when I speak, I could stand on that rock. I could stand on that foundation and say, yeah, go ahead, you go check it. Go double check it. I'm telling you to double check Donald Trump. If you don't do it, you are just as complicit as the people that are manipulating this system from the top. There is no way in God's green earth that a guy by the last name of Cooper came out with a comic in 1990 depicting Miley Cyrus on MTV, Joan Rivers, and also Donald Trump building a wall and deceiving the people by the masses by paying them money and giving them little hats. Come on, man. If you read this, I'll put a link to that article too. I'm putting the trail together for you to understand that this is not a game. This is not a joke. Most of the time when things happen, we don't find the documents or don't find the proof of what was planned until after it happened. This is not the case in this situation. I have the documentations. I have the proof to show you what the next stages are. You just have to get them out there and show people. Did you see that hummingbird behind me in the background? We got hummingbirds out here. See the hummingbird feeder by the door over there? So, at the end of the day, I do a lot of stressing, a lot of worrying. I'm an old Army vet now at this point in stage. I've got PTSD issues, depression issues. I don't lie about mine. I have these things. After I went to the military, I ended up being, a little bit of a different man. But what I ended up doing is valuing and appreciating my life a little bit more, just to be honest with you, and appreciating the truth a little bit more. I realized what a lie we were living in. The whole time I worked in the military and all the documents, all that stuff I was looking at, I knew what a lie we were living in, especially when I was the one that handled the suicide reports that would come in from the different posts all around the country. So when I had to, give that briefing to whatever brass was coming into the emergency operations center that day, to relieve me of my duty, I had to give updates on what the suicide count was for the military. Do you think we ever seen any of those results ever hit a single newspaper? If you knew how many people died a day in the military stateside, you'd be shocked. If you knew how many people committed suicide in the military, you'd be shocked. If you knew how many people were pushed to the point of complete exhaustion and they died, you would be shocked. I've seen it with my own eyes. I watched a girl die. Watched her drop and die right there on the field. When I got to reception battalion at Fort Jackson, this was before you go into basic training. You sit in reception battalion for a few days while you're in process and getting shots of whatever they're injecting into your body and all this other kind of stuff. Just a continuation of the procedure that you get at MEPS. So, I remember the female that, she passed away right. Oh man. She passed away right there on the track. Never reached a single newspaper. So when you guys talk about truth, what truth do you know? Do you know just the truth that's shown to you on TV? Because I can guarantee you, and I put that on my life and my blood, that there's another truth out there that you don't know. So when I release these documents about Army After Next, and I tell you about the Israeli Russia-Chinese connection, and I tell you about the ongoing conflict of the Taiwan Strait, the Taiwanese Strait there, the water that goes right between Taiwan and China, and how the United States is heavily involved in that area, and how it's one of our most important strategic positions on this whole globe. When I tell you that information that the mainstream media won't tell you, please listen. Please take it to heed. No, I didn't go all in deep and in depth and talk about, it's the Zionist plan to take over and they bought out the United States and that's why there's silence and that's why the documents have changed for AAN up until 2008 when Barack came in office. I'm not going to get into all that. We don't even have to go that far. That's just more finger pointing. But what you need to know is the outlining plan. If you start there, you could figure out the rest. It's so easy. There's a reason why we're giving millions and billions of dollars to Israel, who's giving the shit right, excuse my language, who's giving it right around to China. Come on, man. If you think that this isn't all planned and orchestrated, you have to be under a rock or watching too much damn Fox News or listening to too much Donald Trump. This old greedy man is going to tell you that he's going to make America great again and has not done anything to make America great. He's built blood-sucking casinos. Come on, and hotels. This is a man about luxury and leisure. This is not a man about hard work and effort and working from the bottom up. He knows nothing about that. He knows absolutely nothing. He never started at the bottom. Am I saying that he's not qualified for that reason? No. But I am saying that that paradigm of his life does not exist. So how can you expect him to understand your struggle? At the end of the day, you're trying to understand who this man is. You can't understand his lifestyle. You ain't rich. You don't have money like he has money. You're not listening to the workers that told you back in the 80s, man, when Trump came into one of his spots and he walked in the building, black people had to clear the floor because of a quote-unquote classy factor. You understand what I'm saying? This is not, if you elect this guy to be president, you are pretty much saying, you know what, I don't care about my Constitution. I do not care about the United States of America and equality for all. And, we want this guy to be, we want this guy to be president because he takes care of our special interest. That's the trickery of it. The special interest group is about to become a president, and he's only catering to the special interest group of a few people in this country who have a lot of hatred in their heart and people that are easily deceived. I'm a grown man. I'm not easily deceived, and I do my research and I study and I weigh all the facts and the statistics. People say, "Oh, well, you're a Hillary Clinton supporter or a Jeb Bush or Bernie Sanders." Guess what? I don't support none of them jokers. None of them. None of them. I barely support Ben Carson. Look, I'm a highly spiritual person. If you can't admit that this country was based off of godly principles, matter of fact, I'll leave a quote in the description section of this video. You read that quote and you tell me what a previous president thought about our Constitution and how it was made for this country. If you can't understand godly principles for this country, and that's what we're based off of, and you're on this new age BS of, oh, well, we have to separate the two. The separation of the two is going to be the unraveling of this society. Why do you think we've been as strong as we are? It's because we had a moral compass. When you don't have a moral compass, and that moral compass is not defined, and the people, will just make it up and define it as they go along, then you're going to get what you're getting today. You're going to get a lot of discontent. You're going to get a lot of confusion. You're going to get a lot of people that are voting for things, voting for choices because they don't understand they have more options. If I'm speaking stupid, tell me I'm speaking stupid. But I think that your spirit man knows that I'm not. So at the end of the day, what are we going to do? Are we going to wake up? Or are we going to stay sleeping and stay saying, okay, you know what, this Donald Trump character, maybe he's not all he's cracked up to be, but we'll give him the country anyway and see what he does with it. That's not how you decide your future. You better wake up and realize what's going on here. This man is sitting here to deceive you. I will leave the link here to show you in 1990, 25 years ago. 25 years ago, this man wasn't talking about a wall. How did this artist get it right? How did he get it right? How did he get Miley Cyrus right? She was born in 1992. This article came out in 1990. This elite plan and this dark evil plan that happens behind closed doors at these high levels that are above masonry. Above masonry. You understand what I'm saying? These plans that happen at these high levels, they happen, man, this is some deep, dark spiritual mess that we're in. And so many people are blinded, they don't see it. You need to wake up. You're walking into a trap. For all you patriots that are out there, stop being racist, period. I mean that. Stop. You keep telling black people about their problems. You keep telling black people Black Lives Matter is racist and run by George Soros. Like you don't know what COINTELPRO is. Like you forgot about Arthur Perry that came out and said he used to work for the FBI to infiltrate groups in America, black groups in America. I'll leave a link for that video. So at the end of the day, all this misinformation and all these people using information to fit their own personal agenda, that bullshit is over with. Stop. If you don't stop, you are responsible for what's about to happen next. I don't have to sit here and keep preaching to you. I don't have to sit here and waste my time and keep talking to people that don't want to listen. If you're that naive and that brainwashed that you can't understand that Donald Trump is aiming for you patriots and for you people, you preppers and you people that like to live in the woods and are waiting for the government to collapse, he is tailor-fit a marketing campaign for you to deceive you, not to save you. Are you serious? You think Donald Trump's going to really, really, really risk his life to get off of the plan of the New World Order? Really? After all this man has done, that's what you assume? That's where your hope levels are? You need to wake up. That's called lazy. It's called you're not willing to put together an effort from the bottom up that will fix things. And that's what we're about. That's what Black Lives